two philodendron Joepii. I used to say Joepii, but I was corrected. It is Joepii. This is the first one I got. This one has, don't look at this. I knocked it the other day. Anyway, these have beautiful elongated leaves, stunning, but like very floppy right now. Oh, it needs to be put on something. So I have one, and then I have another one that I'll just put on at the base of it. So eventually they'll both grow up the stick together, but this is going to be quite the specimen. Dare I say top 10? Wow, altogether, that's stunning. So I will see what I can do. I have a little bit of soil left in here, so I think that'll round out the night of plant chores. So let's see here. I definitely think they're gonna have to go together in a 6-inch pot, because this big one here has been in that 4-inch pot for some time now. So let's see what these roots look like. Yeah, big happy. I'm going to cut off this leaf. I was like walking and I ran right into it the other day. Sad. That's okay. It's okay. There's new growth coming out right now. I almost want to cut it right here. I feel like I want to cut it right here. I'm not going to. I'm gonna put that in here. Should I rough up? I'm gonna just rough up the like bottom of the roots, just so that they don't just keep circling around itself. Let's see what these roots look like. There's a couple brown pieces. Take off this fag. These ones are very healthy roots, but just not quite as root bound, which I think will benefit us because it's hard getting 2 root bound plants into one pot. So that's okay. Still enough root system for sure. Put one in front of the other. Can I do that? Yes. Yes, I can. Yes. Okay. It's the 2-footer. So I think the big one's definitely going to be attached. And I think the other one just needs to grow a little bit. And I'll show you what I mean. Some more of these bad boys. My Velcro I like to use to attach. I cut it how I need it, and then I like to cut right up the middle again to get the best bang for your buck. Alright, so this big one is kind of wonky. So I think I'm not going to try to place the root ball in the middle. I think I'm just going to try to place the stem in the middle so that it doesn't look too wonky. So this one is not quite going to be able to attach here, and I can't force it because that could cause it to break. So this one down here can definitely attach. So I'm going to put this around that node very tightly. Ah! So you see it's attached right there. Right down here and right here. This one is not going to attach, at least not right now. It might push itself back, but probably won't. If anything, in due time, I might be able to push this one back. But if I end up cutting this, somehow I can cut it so maybe the new growth point will go back that way. I don't know. We're going to have to see what happens. This is why you stake them early, not late. Otherwise, it can get a little wonky. But I think it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So there is that. And then I'm going to stick this guy in here. And I'm gonna just put it in the front of this 6-inch pot. Just like that. And I'm not gonna stake it. Am I gonna stake it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna loosely stake it. Okay, so I'm sorry, I got cut off. A glass broke, so I had to go and clean it up. So I was putting this little guy in there, and I think I'm just gonna throw soil in here and then try to move this front one to where I want it to go. Don't have a lot of soil left, but I think it's enough for now. As always, I like my stake to go straight up, so I gotta pack soil back there in order for it to not flop all around. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna cut one of these fairly long so that I can kind of just, like the front one, I can point it in the direction I want it to grow in so that it doesn't grow forward. It'll kind of like grow backwards. And then once it gets tall enough, it'll eventually hit the picket. And then that's when I will attach it. Again, cutting this and then cutting it in half to get the best bang for your buck. Just do like a few of them. A few of the leaves I'm going to pull back. Probably the few most recent ones. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I should have made this a little bit longer, I think. Like on the cusp. I have a little one. I'm just gonna make this a little bit longer because I don't want it to pull back too much. Okay. So this one you see, it's just kind of lightly hanging out there so that this front Joepii will start growing back that way. But it also makes these leaves kind of like come up a little bit. It has the perfect shape. Even though like this top one is a little wonky, it's still growing semi straight up, and all these leaves are facing like the right direction. That is so good. Love it. Thanks for being here. I'll see y'all soon.